Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. To open today's webinar, the Australian dollar bulls once again take the challenge towards the 78.5 handle, but still expects to see further supply to return. What has strengthened the Aussie dollar for this week was the fact that the FOMC minutes were slightly on the dovish side, but nevertheless the market should find good supply towards that 78.45 level and eventually see the market fall towards 77.65 with the objective holding to 77.20. Today we have the RBA Financial Stability Review along with China's trade data. This could put a little bit of an impact to the downside and see eventually the market slip back underneath the 78 handle. The Euro bulls back away from the resistance at 118.90 overnight and now look towards the challenge of 118.10 to 15. With the US dollar recovering slightly back above the 93 handle after printing a high of 93.04, I do expect to see further coverage to the upside for the US dollar and weakness to the euro. Tonight we do have the US CPI. Now the market does look very close to this number purely for the fact is that the Fed is still expected to raise rates in December, and then the inflation number is what they are watching very closely. So the market will be keen to see what the data is on that. But nevertheless, as I mentioned, I still expect to see the euro to remain weak. The dollar yen story still very much holding to the bear case with the view towards 111.60 eventually to come through. My strategy is still to buy on dips, and I do expect to see the demand to return from that region and look back up towards the 113 handle. Keeping stops very close though to that level of 111.60, as a break beneath there would give further exposure to the downside and bring in a target of 110.90. But I do expect to see good demand from this level and recover back towards 112.60 to 113.25.35. Well, overnight the pound was the worst performer, with concerns still with Brexit. Overnight there were comments from Michael Barnier, who is the EU's chief Brexit negotiator. He said that talks regarding the divorce bill reached a deadlock and the pound actually fell to a very hard fall of 131.19 low, which is where the support is at, which is what I'm expecting to still see as a base. Overall, we've still got to keep in mind that the Bank of England can still hike rates in the near term. So a break above 132.60.70 may disregard the Brexit story and see a further rally up towards 133 to 135. Still keep a close watch on the Brexit though, as any more comments to a negative outlook could see dips to continue, but the base should still hold around 131.20. The gold story on the bullish case is still strong as it weakens the resistance at 94. I do expect to see this level cleared and see a further rally up towards 1,309 to 13 as a potential target where I've outlined here. Any pullback should find support at 88 and a base now holding at 1,282. And to wrap up with crude, the market did fall slightly overnight on the back of the US crude stockpiles after falling for the third week. However, demand did come back quite sharply, and I still expect to see a bullish case as the indicators still hold to this view and look towards a challenge of 51.90.95 and reassess from there. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a great start to the new weekend.